This Sunday will be our third year in a row attending Adventureland Day, and we always get questions about what that means. Adventureland Day is an unofficial Disney event that is put on by Adventureland Day on Instagram and Tiki Tony. The point of Adventureland Day is to celebrate Adventureland, and if you want to participate, what you do is you sign up on adventurelandday.com or over on Adventureland Day's Instagram, and they will send you an itinerary and a date for when Adventureland Day is happening. The point of Adventureland Day is pretty straightforward. You want to celebrate Adventureland. And to do this, you would go into Adventureland and ride all the rides: Indiana Jones, Jungle Cruise, visit the Tiki Room, eat at Bengal Barbecue, go to the Tree House, and get a Dole Whip. What makes Adventureland Day a little bit different than anyone who wants to just celebrate Adventureland on a regular day is that it actually comes with its own treasure hunt. And participating in the treasure hunt is very easy. If you've signed up with adventurelandday.com, you get text messages with information and links on the paperwork you need to bring in order to participate in the treasure hunt, and you get clues texted to you on the day. And now that you know how the day works, let's take a look at a recap of last year. For Adventureland Day was a group meetup at 9:50 a.m. where we all got together to sing the Adventurers Club theme song.
Adventurers, life is the best.
And our next stop included even more singing at the Tiki Room for a sing-along. Once we were done with our Tiki Room sing-along, it was time for our next adventure, riding the Jungle Cruise.
Couple quick reminders for your safety. Please remain seated at all times, because only a crazy person stands up in a moving boat, right? O2H! O2H!
Once we were off of the Jungle Cruise, we actually had a couple of hours before our next scheduled activity, so we used that time to grab a Dole Whip at the Tropical Hideaway, and then we spent a little while just talking to some other awesome people who were also there to celebrate Adventureland Day. Skipper Chuck.
High five. High five. We miss you. There we go. Hey, kangaroos.
And a lot of these people actually brought fun stuff to give out to the kids, including bird whistles and zebra dollars and some cursed treasure. Once we were done with our Dole Whips and hanging out with the other adventurers, the kids were ready for our next stop in Adventureland on Indiana Jones Adventure. Then it was time for lunch. We had luckily mobile ordered earlier in the day so that we could have lunch at Bengal Barbecue, only restaurant in Adventureland. At 12:30, it was time for the group to meet up again in front of the train station for a group photo. And at 1 o'clock, the photo was done and it was time for the treasure hunt to begin. The treasure hunt began with a series of clues that we got via text message. There were 10 total clues we had to answer via text message, and all of the answers were numbers. Examples of the clues were things like how many spokes are on the water wheel on Tom Sawyer's Island, and how many windows are on the side of the Disneyana building. Once we answered all our clues, we were finally texted our decoders and got to work decoding our sheets. Before participating, we were all given this really cool pin. After we finished our treasure hunt and got our awesome prizes, we decided there was only one thing left that we had not done yet in Adventureland, and that was to explore the Adventureland treehouse, so that was how we finished out our Adventureland day. And since we were fully done with Adventureland Day by 3 p.m., we just spent the rest of the day exploring Disneyland.